Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, November 30th, 2023, a little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a reverse aging health call tomorrow night, Friday, around 9 p.m. Eastern. The choiceless truth of who you are is revealed to be permanently here, permeating everything, not a thing, and not separate from anything. Gaia. Since we know that everything is energy, different forms of energy, frequencies are energy, and we have this divine orchestra of spiritual energy and consciousness all the time. It's not intermittent, it is constant, happening all around us all the time. We aren't always aware of it because our minds are so distracted and busy with those all too important things of this physical material world. It's only when everything stops from some seemingly random event that we are thrown back to our real selves and can see, feel, and taste the bigger picture. In a few brief moments, the mind drops its game, and we understand how divinely perfect everything is. The divine perfection of the universal orchestra is always on a perfect beat. It's continuously coming along, exploding into even more perfection, especially when we are in a bad mood and cannot see it, how or where it is happening. We are always within the womb of this universal beat, always connected with everyone, everywhere, in every dimension of time, space, all the time. When we open ourselves up to this possibility, then each moment we are able to see the real truth. You know how every moment can only be a spiritual merging experience of universal synchronicity and our soul's destiny. Open your mind and heart to feel the connection with someone you know or would want to know, who might be very dead or very alive. Reach out to that wild free being who is somewhere in this universe, or maybe others. Just do it as an exploration to possibly awaken that same wild free being within you. Just pick anyone who your heart would have to stretch beyond its normal limitations to open up and connect with them. Invite them into your heart space. Imagine that this individual is here now, fully available to be with you, only you, in this moment. You can drop all the doubting, skeptical mind by just focusing on the vibration and feeling of trust. Let your heart relax into the experience and reach into the emotional connection you most wish to have. Now, if you practice this just even a few minutes, you'll be surprised to find out that something magical starts to happen. You may not realize the depth of the magic which arises initially, yet stick with it. For wherever attention goes, energy flows. Whatever experience you have is what was destined to happen. Anything can happen from just this simple intention and practice to break through the limitations of our doubtful, time-bound minds. The inner journey we have is completely worth it in the end. How long does it take to reach liberation? It is not to be gained in the future. It is there forever, here, now. Realization is for everyone. Realization makes no difference between the aspirants. This very doubt you have, whether you are realized or not, with the notion, I have not realized, are themselves the obstacles to realization. Be free from these obstacles. See who you truly are. Ramana Maharishi. It's imperative that we identify our energies in the direction they are flowing. So you have thoughts, and we get in the habit of thoughts. We embrace certain thoughts. Most of them aren't ours, but we get in the habit of that. So we keep walking into that same muck of negativity and negative thinking and pessimism and cynicism. But what would happen in the event we were able to know that through the heart-mind? We would know before we verbalized it. We would, and not only that, we would know, I'm not going there. I know what happens when I go there. I will attract negative things into my life. The universe will answer me and send me negative stuff. We've all experienced that. Now, obviously, the majority of us don't really identify with that or know that. We just think that's the way life is. But when we know that through the heart-mind, then we can choose not to engage it. And so I'm going to spend my energy into the positive direction of positive thoughts and requests of the universe. And that's, how do you do that? How do you go from falling into negativity, and so you're in this negative mood, and how do you move yourself into a positive? Gratitude. You move yourself into gratitude. You can actually say, in that moment, you're frustrated, irritated, stressed, whatever. You know that, okay, so that's fine, right? You embrace that. And you say, I'm deeply grateful for the very moment I am in. Watch what happens. You just say it from the heart-mind, not the head. You say it from the heart-mind. I am deeply grateful for the very moment I am in. Watch what happens. See, and unfortunately, there's a lot of people, everybody has a not too great a day once in a while, right? Yet, this is what happens to a lot of people. When the bad days turn into weeks and months and years, we're definitely stuck in that muck. Absolutely stuck in the muck. Who can bring you out? You. You. If someone's around making it, all of a sudden you're starting to laugh and everything, you decide to do that. You are the only one that can bring yourself out of that. I'm deeply grateful for this very moment I am in. That's all it takes. And you shift the focus. You can shift your focus, right? You know you're focusing on something now, and you know that what I'm focusing on isn't really a good thing. It's not positive. Focusing on negative stuff. I'm listening and hearing negative stuff. I don't care to do that. I'm going to go over here, put my attention on what? You focus on your breath, right? Through the heart-mind. And then you say, something, universe, this is what I want. And then you send it out to the universe. Say, this is exactly what I want. Be detailed about it, because if you aren't detailed about it, it's going to come in like a mess, miscombobulated. It won't be it won't be anywhere near what you would ask for. We create our bad moods. We create them. Every one of us do. None of us are exempt from it. Create our bad. Oh, no, they did it. No, this, It had nothing to do with me. That happened over there. And that's why I'm in a bad mood. No. You perpetuate the bad mood. Good thing is that you discover that. You identify it. So it's turned into a positive. You might believe something outside of you is responsible for your unhappiness, right? Yet ultimately it all comes down to how we are responding, how we see it as our teacher or our enemy. It's like happiness is always about the lens we are looking through. Truly enjoying this life is about taking radical responsibility for the state we are in. Exploring what this negative experience is teaching spiritually us, and then finding out the fastest way to let it go. Once we can say that we are the one creating this negative experience in our lives, then half of the great battle is over, because we have identified it. A lot of us can choose to learn how to step back from whatever we are resisting, fighting, judging, or hating, and see that actually it is just a bunch of thoughts. That's all it is. Our problems ultimately boil down to ideas that are ultimately passing through the synapses of our brain. Whatever wrong thing we think is happening out there is always happening primarily inside our mind, in here. The more resistance, judgment, and anger we have built up around this particular idea out there, the greater the joy we will feel when we shift our relationship with it inside ourselves and move on. The moment we let go of being right about how humble something or someone is, we discover how good it feels to be wrong. Life always provides the perfect climax at the end. Releasing our negative mood is returning the source of who and what we spiritually are. Returning to the source of who and what we spiritually are. Truly, who and what we are is not our name. What others think of us, or just this physical body filled with meat, blood, and emotional bones. Perhaps there's a deeper spiritual aliveness that is real inside of us. If we believe that our thoughts, we believe that we are our thoughts, then ask yourselves, who and what is watching and listening to them go by? Who's watching them go by? The watcher is the real us. We are not any of these thoughts. We just become too close to our thoughts, and then we get overly identified with them. The very moment we return to who and what we are, this pure consciousness, witness, conscious witness, who abides at the very source of thought, then we are home free. Many of us try to, we try to relax. We do everything under the sun to try to relax. Someone goes to work, they get home, they're totally spent. All they want to do is do nothing. Right? And nothing wrong with that. Relaxing fully into our body so that there is no tension hiding inside us anywhere. When we can fully relax inside, we become deeply aware beings again. It's easy to see how insignificant and fleeting thoughts actually are. Like a dragonfly. You ever had that happen where you're walking out somewhere, and 1 minute, or a butterfly. It's 1 minute there's a dragonfly, all of a sudden right in front of you. Oh, there's a dragonfly. And it sits there and hums and buzzing around and moving, dotting, dashing. And next thing you know, it's gone. Boom. When our body is relaxed, we can see how fleeting, like the dragonfly, each thought is, and how easy it is to completely change them. The more we can feel into the spiritual truth of who and what we are, we naturally pull back our attention to our real selves. It just feels good, so we naturally do it. Our spiritual nature takes care of us, and we can effortlessly enjoy life, which means we have stopped dwelling on the negative. Our bad mood turns around, and we see the beauty in everything. We are grateful for life again, even for the opportunity to shift out of this negative space. We appreciate, love, and enjoy this simple experience of being alive. We understand that it cannot see, if you cannot see God at all, we cannot see God at all. We walk around on this planet. Most of us have no idea who and what we are and how powerful we are. We just have no idea about it. Isn't that amazing? And the majority of us suffer. We believe that it's life. We believe that, oh, heck, that's the way life is. People suffer. But we don't stop for a moment with childlike curiosity and take a look at the fact and say, why would I want to suffer? Right? See, this has been proven, too. This isn't a guess. Is that all of us are absolutely amazing creators and manifestors who have the power to instantly and effortlessly materialize anything, any desired outcome into the physical world. This physical world that we're in now. Now, the key words here are always, instantly, and effortlessly. If any efforting or new training were required to become a natural manifester, it wouldn't be supernatural, would it? And it would just be another experience in this life that would come and go. Truth is that as long as we have a body and mind, we have the power to manifest everything into the physical world. Everything. That's okay. So that's the crap stuff and the good stuff. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I know that. I know that. Heck, I know all that. Right? They know all that. Oh, so it's no big whoop. But they know all that through their ego minds, not their heart minds. So guess what? They digress. They go back into it. This is absolutely factual for everyone on this planet. There is no need for another moment of suffering to occur for any of us, right? To occur for us to realize this deeper truth inside. There is no need for another moment of suffering to occur for any of us to realize this deeper truth inside. Who we really are is absolutely beyond the physical world, which is what enables us to manifest anything in it. We're not in it. We're outside of it. Remember, the body experience is for us. We come from the unmanifest. The unmanifest. That is pure, unlimited, divine potentiality. We are naturally a soul permanently and forever. For eternity, this spiritual essence is the core truth of who and what we always will be. There is nothing we can do to change this, nor anything we can do to turn off the natural manifesting powers that come with this body and mind we are inhabiting. And yet, look at us, at the planet, at the civilization. Boy, so many suffer. They don't know this. You do. They don't know it. How are you going to practice it if you don't know it? You're not. This is all connected with higher dimensional frequencies. This is what it's about. The secret for any of us, moving energy into form, creating into reality, and experiencing it, manifesting, right? So what we really want in this life comes from shifting into this higher spiritual frequency of thinking and consciousness. When we are vibrating with joy, enthusiasm, love, and trust, we will automatically attract things, situations, and people that resonate at this higher frequency. High vibrations attract even higher vibrations, and so on. Wherever our attention goes is where energy flows. All of us inside these bodies are pure light energy. Love light energy. Doesn't it make sense that we move energies into form, create them into reality, and experience them? Simply put, whatever we are thinking about is what is being manifested. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent. And we're doing it all the time. We are doing it all the time. 24/7, even when you sleep. We are doing it all the time. We're always creating, manifesting, moving energy into form, creating it into reality, something. We're always creating something, whether it is a compulsive worrying habit, an intimate relationship, our next meal, or world peace. Whatever we think about will grow and become our experience more frequently down the road. Now, the big question is, for all of us, are we clear about what we truly want to manifest and what we don't want to manifest? Are we clear with that? What we do on a daily basis, 24/7, we materialize thoughts into physical form. We materialize thoughts into physical form. And we can improve upon this gift by learning how to harness the power of the mind. And what does that mean? You master it. How do you master the mind? You focus on your breath and you move into the now. You leave the mind and ego alone so that you can watch them. That's it. You watch them. You don't judge them. You watch how they operate. And before long, you will know how they operate. Once you learn how they operate, then you've got them. You're in the beginning steps of mastering them. Now you can use the mind to visualize what you want to not the ego mind, see. They're not using you, you're using them as tools, vehicles. Before they were using you as a tool and a vehicle. And so you direct them through your heart-mind. You direct them. You direct your thoughts. So you end up mastering your thoughts and mastering the ego mind. And it makes a great servant. Horrible master, as I have said before, but it makes a great servant. So it's no longer leading you around the nose where it wants you to go. You're using it to guide you through your heart mind. Now, a key factor for us is all that is needed is total surrender to this idea, feeling, and experience of what we want to manifest, as if it is already here now. But not the ego mind, not through the ego mind, because then forget it, right? Through the heart mind. Because then you don't suffer, because you don't have any expectations or attachments to it. Instantaneous manifestation occurs when we can hold this sensation and continuously release the emotional negativity and resistance to having it be real. Because when there is zero resistance, total openness to the infinite possible ways it can happen, and a deep knowingness that our desired outcome has already manifested on some level for us in the here and now. Then it has to manifest for us instantly. This is not impossible or ridiculous or miraculous. Yet it is as a natural. It's as natural as the warmth from the sunshine above. It's as natural as the warmth from the sunshine above. So you surrender to it all. Sit back and enjoy the ride. See, all these things come together. It really is. It's like you're there and you're snapping puzzle pieces into place to make the whole big picture. And you're excited about it as you begin to see the picture, as you keep snapping these puzzle pieces into place. Eventually you build the whole puzzle and you see the whole picture. Not a small part of it, but the whole thing. And then you go, oh, now I've got it. Now I'm beginning to understand. Don't we all choose, really? Aren't we all aspiring or wanting or desiring to live the life of our dreams? Isn't that what everybody on this planet wonders about, dreams about? And what do most of us do? Oh, that'll never happen. Right? Wow, so we just cut it right off. Some people believe that by being negative, right, that the opposite action will occur. So they believe that when they'll say that they don't want the money. They got all this money coming. They don't want the money. They don't want the money. Don't want the money. They don't want this to happen. See, they don't want that to happen. These are good things, and they're hoping that they'll happen at the same time. But they believe that by doing the opposite thing, you're going to get the opposite reaction, so you're going to have the money when you say you don't want the money. But that doesn't work. You say you don't want the money, you're not going to have the money. Now, when you say I don't want, and you do it from the heart-mind, because most of us do it from the ego-mind. That's why. We do it from the ego-mind. So when we say we don't want something, it's usually through the ego mind. And the optional avenue is that when people say it with such bravado and deepness and they expel it out verbally through they don't know it, but it's coming through the heart mind. Biggie, real biggie for us. Trust. Trust is huge for us. The energy of trust is one of the greatest manifesting energies we could ever harness while in these bodies. It will propel us faster and easier into the life of our dreams right now. Right? Right now, imagine you have a meter. You know a meter, right? And the meter sets right in the middle of your chest. And what it does is it measures your trust in yourself and this universe. And it has a scale on it that goes, of course, from 0% to 100%. Now, how much do we trust this life in this moment? How much do we trust this life in this moment? Randomly, throughout every day. Do it every day for the next week. Okay? Randomly throughout every day for the next week, check your body's trust meter and notice where it is at. Most of us never do that. Check inside to see where your trust levels are at. And be very honest with yourself. Doesn't get us anywhere. It doesn't move us anywhere when we're not honest with ourselves. We're not talking about ridiculing, being down on yourself or negative. Being kind, gentle, and humble, and generous with yourself. Practice trusting in the perfection of this life in each moment. Practice trusting in the perfection of this life each moment until your trust meter reaches 100%. The goal is to live every day of your life with your trust meter relaxed and resting at 100% all the time, no matter what occurs. It's not much to ask yourself to devote the next 7 days of your life to seeing how high your body, mind, can vibrate on the trust meter. Do everything you can imagine that feels peaceful, healing, and exciting to your soul. Do what will bring you more trusting energy, and trust that everything that occurs is the right thing to occur. And when you devote your life to growing this trusting feeling, then life will devote itself to growing its trust in you. Join in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. Easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still. Do you know why there is so much suffering in the world? This world? Because almost everyone is over-identified with their thoughts and wrapped up in the ego. An illusionary, limited identity. This ego trip gets in the way of knowing ourselves to be a divine, flowing source of love, sweetness, and joy. Drop whatever knowledge you have that is causing you to cling to your ego. Stop reaching and start to consciously allow life's natural, intelligent, and conscious loving energy to flow through you. You are divine essence itself, divine perfection. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night, the following morning. You'll return here, Friday, December 1st, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. 9 p.m. around 9 p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse aging health call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and loving with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on within you or outside of you.